Let's move on to Lockheed Martin, which is a global aerospace, defense, security and advanced technologies company. Market cap here, $82 billion, PE ratio 22.7, dividend yield of 2.6%. Is this one a little more niche? Look at that share price
taking off nicely.
We really should have looked at this sector before Trump took over.
Absolutely. I mean, what we're seeing is this is very focused on aerospace. Particularly, they've obviously got the large jet fighters, and is really benefiting from increased defense spend. Obviously, the prospects of that under the Trump administration. The US government remains their major customer of these large defense contractors all the same. But what we have seen is also expansion offshore into other countries, and Paul alluded to those. And what we also see in a recent boost to the share price is Trump's diplomatic efforts in the Middle East, and with Saudi Arabia in particular. He came out of those meetings with quite significant orders for some of these F-15 fighter jets. So that has been a short-term boost to the share price.
So Paul, let's just put the share price graph up again, and that will give you the sense there.
So it was doing well before, and it continued to do well. But this one is the world's largest defense contractor. About 80% of its revenues and profits come from that division only. Its headquarters are in Maryland, which is, down the road from the Pentagon. Talk about being close to your existing customer. A couple of standout things. They won the Joint Strike Fighter contract, which is to build the F-35s, these new fly-by-wire planes that cost so much per plane that they don't even want to let a human fly it because, they could crash the thing. It's had all of the associated contracts for different parts farmed out. It's been quite controversial, very expensive, over budget, of course. They also manufacture the Trident missiles, which are the things that have the US nukes on the top of them.
Let me just ask you a question. Have you been up all night, or is this of particular interest? Do you usually
keep
abreast of the arms environment?
When I was a little boy, airplanes are great fun. So they also made the F-15 and all sorts of other planes. Like almost every other plane is a Northrop Grumman plane, all the way back to the F-4s and F-5s and so on.
I just can't believe we haven't got one of these stocks in our portfolio.
Again, I mean, there was the view up until about 3 or 4 years ago under Obama that peace was breaking out in the world, that defense budgets were being cut, that everybody was going to get on. That there were isolated regional conflicts that were petering out.
No more. This is no more the status quo.
Unfortunately, not so much anymore.
Are we going to go hot or not on
Yeah,
Lockheed?
so this one is solidly positioned for continued growth in defense spending. So I think if you are bullish on global defense spending as well as the US continuing with their programs, I think this is a good way to play it. It is reflected to some extent in the share price, but go with the momentum and stay hot.
Paul, you happy to go with the momentum here?
Yeah, I think so. They didn't look that great. You couldn't see it on the chart, but Martin Marietta, the one division, were critical to the NASA space shuttle program, which of course ran its course. But who knows, maybe with the space station and the trip to Mars or something, that's going to be another potential addition for
Are you going to add another hot here?
Definitely hot.